A, meeting opening. A1, call to order. A2, pledge of allegiance. And begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we'll observe a moment of silence. Thank you. A3, adoption of the agenda. Are there any consent agenda items that a board member would like to have discussed as an action item?
President Navarez, I'd like to have D4 as a separate action item. Thank you.
Okay. And is there any other, just to clarify, we have to motion for that, or can we move it?
No, it can just be.
Okay, and then, perfect, thank you. And then, is there any other agenda items? Hearing none, we'll move D4 to just be discussed as an action item. Do I have a motion that the governing board adopt the meeting agenda with that amendment?
I move that the governing board adopt the meeting agenda without amendment.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Oh, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Think motion pass. Agenda adopted. All right, moving along to B, presentations. B1, winter athletic recognition, and that will be held in the courtyard. So we will move there. Resuming the meeting, moving to B2, MVP leadership, and we'll have Mr. Gamino with their video presentation. Thank you. And to share some firsthand experience, we have Mr. Williams, Granada East 7th grade math teacher.
Right here?
Yes.
As they just said, I'm Miss Williams, 7th grade math teacher at Granada East. That swing is 50 feet high, if anyone's wondering. Okay, I'm terrified of heights, but I still go on it every year. So one of the reasons why I'm excited to have this opportunity here is the person that runs it, Miss Rhonda Parker, is always looking to expand. So if there's anyone from another school that is interested in this experience for their campus, please feel free to reach out to me, shoot me an email, or you can also go to the website, MPV Foundation, thempvfoundation.org. You can get the contact information of Ms. Rhonda Parker. So while they say that it's based around leadership, ultimately it really is focused around goal setting and future planning. This weekend, the students were taking notes from a variety of speakers that talked about how they faced and overcame adversity, right? That's sort of the more structured part. Obviously, you got some insight into what some of the more fun activities look like in that video, okay? I said I'm gonna keep this short, so that's it, unless anyone has any questions. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing that as well. These kind of opportunities, I think, are something that will have the students remember forever. I think for me, I think about my times that I got involved, and it still sticks with me. So thank you for doing that. Moving to C, public comment. We have no public comment. Moving along to D, consent agenda. D1, approval of consent agenda items. Do I have a motion for that the governing board approves consent agenda items D2, D3, D5 through D8?
I move that the governing board approve the consent agenda items. D2, D3, D5, D6, D7, and D8.
Thank you. And do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Oh, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Oh, wait. Motion passed. And now we will discuss on D4. Do I have a motion?
President Navarez,
Yes.
I move that the governing board approve D4, student travel.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second.
And any discussion?
Yes, President Navarez. I saw that this will be funded either by the school or by the students. Is that correct? Which will it be, the students or the families or the school that will be funding this trip?
They will be fundraising.
They'll be fundraising. So the school will be fundraising for the students. The students don't have to contribute individually.
Well, not not necessarily, I don't know. The idea is if it's approved, then it would be to allow them to start fundraising.
And I support 100% this. I think that we should have more students. The reason I pulled it off the consent agenda is because I think that the district and the governing board should think about investing and helping with this fundraising efforts, whether it's us putting money into our budget so that our students can focus on learning. So is that possible?
No, so it sounds like we may need more individuals to help with that question. Is there, should we wait for?
Governing board direction.
Yeah, you can redirect. The motion is still on the table
Mhm.
to approve it. The question will have to come at a later time, the answer to the question.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion passed. Moving to E, Business Department. E1, Financial Report. Your budget report is in your board packet. Moving to F, Human Resources, F1. And that's also the summary of insurance. Was there any comment that would need to be made from Human Resources? No? Thank you. All right. Going to G, New Business. G1, 8th grade promotion assignments. And just for everybody's awareness, board members have the opportunity to select their dates, so please get that information to Dana as soon as you are aware of what dates you can be available. H, Board Policies. H1, first reading of policy JIH, Student Interrogations, Searches, and Arrest. Administrator recommends that the governing board approves the first reading of policy JIH, Student Interviews, Searches, and Arrest.
I move that the governing board approve the first reading of policy JIH, student interviews, searches, and arrests.
Thank you. And do I have a second?
I second.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Moving to H2. Policy advisory number 809 through 818. That the governing board approve the first readings of policies. I should read all of this, right? Okay. A, district mission and belief statement. AA, school district legal status. ABA, community involvement in education. ABAA, parental involvement. AC, non-discrimination, equal opportunity. ACA, sexual harassment. ACAA, Title IX, sex discrimination. AD, education, philosophy, school district mission. GBK, staff grievances. JII, student concerns, complaints, and grievances. And that's calling for a motion from a board for the first reading.
I move that the governing board approve the first reading of policies A, district mission and belief statement, AA, school district legal status, ABA, community involvement in education, ABAA, parental involvement, AC, non-discrimination, equal opportunity, ACA, sexual harassment, ACAA, Title IX, sex discrimination, AD, education philosophy, school district mission, JBK, staff grievances, J2 or JII, student concerns, complaints, and grievances.
Thank you. Do I have a second? I second it. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay.
Aye.
Motion passed. Moving to H3, first reading of policy GCD, professional and support staff vacation holidays. I call for a motion that the governing board approve the first reading of policy GCD, professional and support staff vacations and holidays.
I move that the governing board approve the first reading of policy GCD, professional and support staff vacations and holidays.
Thank you. Do I have a second? I second it. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Moving to I, comments from governing board.
Yeah, just a comment. It's tough to be at the dais right now, given the political climate at the federal and state level that are forcing some changes that, I feel aren't aligned with our values, but is putting our district at risk. And I just want to reaffirm our commitment, or my commitment at least, to still live the spirit of our mission statement. And I know that our district and the way our district approaches our learners and our community at large hasn't changed. And just want to reaffirm the support just in this tough time where we're forced into making these tough choices.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Thank you, Mr. Solero, for giving all of my sentiments. I'm not going to add to it. I will say that I voted yes on H2 in order for it to proceed to the second reading, but that is not a commitment from myself to vote yes or no on the second reading. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll just add, I think it feels like we are, being asked to make some changes, to accommodate the federal and state stuff. And I agree. I think as a district, we still want to uphold the values that we've been striving for. And I think for me, I would want to make sure that that is very well communicated for the community to understand where we stand on and how we want to make sure we help and be there for our community. And I think, I think I'll just leave it at that for now, and then we'll move on for the future. Thank you. Moving to I2, governing board direction and or agenda items requests. Do we have any agenda items, future agenda items? Hearing none, moving to I3, comments from the superintendent and executive team.
Good evening, everyone. This evening we will begin our comments with Dr. Slover.
Governing Board President Navarez, Governing Board members, and Superintendent Dr. Mayas. We are midway through our ELA adoption for the 26-27 school year. Our committee includes teachers, coaches, principals who come together every 2 weeks or so to review ELA materials. I have been incredibly impressed with the amount of attention and dedication the staff has. They are looking through materials so thoroughly. They are thinking of the whole district. They are comparing things with each other and really digging in and being thorough in their analysis of materials. And so I'm confident that they will be able to make a good recommendation to the governing board. And so they're looking to make sure that things are aligned to standards, that they are following the science of reading, that they have good writing curriculum, good early literacy curriculum. And they are, if you stop by, I'm just impressed every day with how dedicated they are after working for a full day and then coming to review curriculum and taking it so seriously. So I'm very confident they will come to consensus and make a good recommendation. If any members of the community are interested in viewing materials, they are available during business hours in the business department lobby, and so any community member can come and take a look and offer their feedback and input onto the materials as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Governing Board President Nevares, Governing Board members, and Superintendent Dr. Mayes. Last week, last board meeting, I shared some feel-good stories about our safety security officers, and tonight I'm sharing feedback more from our parents and from our students, more of how the community is feeling about how safety is going with this new addition to our schools. And we have very appreciative comments to share from various schools. parents are asking about our safety security officers. They're asking about what their roles are. They're commenting that they are feeling safer in the schools. They do appreciate the presence. Our staff is making the same comments. They're appreciating the presence of the safety security officers. And then we're also seeing that these officers are out there playing ball with kids or getting to know parents as they become more consistent at sites. It seems like they are becoming more encouraging with choosing the site more consistently instead of having so much rotation. One parent was laughing because the safety security officer asks her every day what she's bringing for lunch. And it's just the development of those kind of relationships that are happening. The students are being noticed, asking them what their job is and how does their job work and what are they meant to do. And at CLA, the students, the officer was giving the kids stickers, and the kids were actually proud to wear the stickers around campus. So there's evidence that they're being accepted, that they feel welcomed into the environment as well. At one of the parent meetings, it was presented what their roles were and the meaning behind them being part of us. And the parents shared with the administrators that they feel so much more comfortable having these officers on site and interacting with their children. So I think we continue to hear lots of positive from this opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, President Navarez, governing board members, Dr. Mayes, and our Alhambra community. This evening, I did want to highlight our insurance renewal board agenda item that was on our board this evening. Once again, this is the third year in a row that Alhambra has not had to raise the pricing for our employees for their medical, dental, or vision coverage. There's also been no changes to their provided doctors, their medical plans, facilities. We're very excited also to share that we have about 930 of our employees that take our benefits. And of those folks, 89% of those benefited employees pay between $0 and $77 a month. So we're excited to continue that, that opportunity. And I want to thank you again for your support. Thank you.
Good evening to our governing board president, our board members, our superintendent. Tonight I have what I'm calling a potpourri of Alhambra, and it goes like this: our people, our purpose, and our passion. Our people. Today, I watched Principal Gretchen Noble come to visit a student of hers at the Alternative Learning Center. After briefly visiting with her and listening to her talk about seeing the genius in every student, her commitment to continue building a community of students who have positive adult relationships even in their most difficult moments. That's our Alhambra. Purpose. I have another picture in my phone that was sent to me today. It was one of our new SSOs sitting on the floor in the hallway with a student who was also in one of her most difficult moments. But not only are we building relationships with our students, but Principal Adrian Stevenson is ensuring that every partner we have is there on behalf of our students. The same purpose we have for our students, they hold for our students. Finally, passion. Just before coming here this evening, I stopped at ATS at the beautiful art evening where they transformed the multi-purpose room into an exhilarating expression of art and intelligence. I saw both the art of weaving and the art of writing about weaving. However, equally important to the art was Principal Andrew Fight, who was standing in the doorway with a big smile on his face. And when I walked in, he said, "I love this event. It's one of our best events of the year." After a full day of school and being principal all day, he stood there with great excitement. You see, our purpose, our passion, and our people, they're all the same. It's all about our students in Alhambra. And so tonight, I say thank you to the Alhambra community.
President Navarez, members of the board, and Dr. Mayes, as surrounding districts make the difficult decision to close schools, It was important for us that you know that we recognize the opportunity and responsibility we have to welcome new families into Alhambra. Our team has been proactive in monitoring these changes and responding strategically, from targeted digital campaigns and community canvassing to outreaching at community events. We're working hard to ensure that families know that Alhambra is a place where every learner is valued. We've enhanced our enrollment processes with the help of our office teams to make transitions smoother and more supportive, and we're equipping school leaders with the tools they need to respond quickly to prospective families. Our goal is not only to capture enrollment, but to build lasting relationships rooted in trust, service, and student success.
Thank you, everyone, for those updates. With the updates I'd like to share, thank you, Mr. Williams, for being here this evening and for, again, leading the efforts to take our students to Williams. I had the pleasure of visiting Granada East the Monday morning as everyone was coming to the campus, and I just asked one of the teachers, so what was the highlight of your weekend? Just checking in as I was there, and he said, I had a free vacation, spending time with the kids, and just hearing his enthusiasm and how much he enjoyed, again, giving up after teachers work hard, and I'm so thankful for their work, but to see spending Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, they got back late Sunday, and he considered that a vacation with the kids, and it just warmed my heart. So thank you all. And hearing the kids, I got to speak to them and hear about their experiences and what they learned from it, and I agree with President Navarez that they will treasure those memories their entire life, and that just overwhelms me with gratitude. So thank you. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and so the other thing I'd like to share is just some celebrations. I had the pleasure of meeting with our support staff, a representative from every school and department, and I'd like to share with you things that made me proud. They celebrated the Family Resource Center. Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez, for the work that's done there that you lead with Ms. Yvette Nava. They were sharing about all the children who are getting eyeglasses and able to see, not realizing how poor their vision was. But as they put their glasses on, and one of the assistants remarked that a student picked up a leaf and was just staring at it and sharing how the leaf has lines, and they didn't know, the child did not know that the leaves had lines like that. And so just describing it in awe of the detail that he was now able to see with his glasses. And Maricruz, our nurse there, was just sharing about other children who've shed tears and just been in awe as they were able to see things. And it just made me so grateful for the work that our team is doing. Another thing that I was just so proud, several of the assistants that were represented there were emphasizing, their celebration was the relationships that are being built. Brenda from CLA was saying how she does that, but she observes the teachers and the other assistants and how important they know that it is to build relationships with kids. And even as another assistant shared her desire to learn more how to support our kids with some of the needs they're seeing, she encouraged them to, reminded them, again, let's all start with relationships, that's what's most critical. And so it was neat to hear them go back and forth as they shared ideas. But even in hearing the representative there from Sevilla East, as she was sharing some of the challenges, what I appreciated most was she was sharing her desire to learn more about how to meet the needs of our kids, especially the ones that are demonstrating some of the challenging behaviors. And so that just humbled me as well, made me very grateful that it wasn't a complaint. It was to give us more learning opportunities. We want to help all the kids, and there are kids that aren't making the same growth as other ones. So help us learn how to make sure that all kids are learning at high levels. And I'm very grateful for that. And then the last thing I just wanted to share was that I was so grateful I stepped onto the Barcelona campus, and I had a crowd of kids run up to me and they said, we hear you're the one in charge. And so I said, well, and I explained my role, and said, tell me more about, why you're asking that. And the little girl said, we need swings on this campus. And so I said, all right. And she was, I was listening to her. And so then when I got back, I checked in with Mrs. Billieu, and I was so grateful to hear that swings are on the list already. So our team is on top of things, already knew, and she listed the schools that we already knew need swings. And I said, okay, well, she's going to promote, and I want to make sure that she sees this year, the swings are coming. So let's see what we can do. That way our kids learn about the power of their voice. And so So again, a lot of great things happening in our campuses, and I couldn't be more grateful for the work that each and every one of you do. So thank you for your dedication, and may everyone have a wonderful evening.
Thank you for sharing, Dr. Maez and the cabinet. Moving to J, meeting closing, J1, next board meeting. The next board meeting will be scheduled for April 17th here in this boardroom. J2, calendar of events. And J3, adjournment. Do I have a governing board member who would motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. Contreras. Do I have a second?
A second.
Thank you, Mrs. Lorio. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Meeting adjourned.